Hello and welcome to A Plus Nutrition for Life and Health Talk. The last couple of weeks we've been talking about building your immune system, and we know that's important because it helps us fight off viruses and colds, and especially now at this time as we have a lot of different viruses going around, a lot of people are getting sick. We wanted to make sure that we're taking that extra time to build our immune system. Now obviously we should be building it all the time and not just when we have a pandemic going on. We talked last week about some of the vitamins, some of the minerals that you can add to your diet, foods that you can get those from. So I want to continue on there. This week we're going to talk about the omega-3 fatty acids. Now those are very important to your body in order to build that immune system. They help to reduce inflammation. They also increase the airflow. That way it protects your lungs from the cold and respiratory infections. We know that a lot of the viruses, pneumonia and such, are respiratory infections, so we really want to make sure that we're getting our omega-3s. Some of the foods that you can get those out of are broccoli, Brussels sprouts, spinach, soybeans, also eggs. Walnuts and cashews are very good for your omega-3s, and I like to keep those on hand. I mentioned before that I keep nuts on hand so that way my husband and I can just go grab a handful of nuts as a snack. Flax seeds, basil, you can season with basil. Seaweed, salmon, mackerel, herring, and canola oil are very high in fatty acids as well. Another thing that we want to make sure that we're getting enough of in our diet is iron. Now that's important for a lot of reasons. It helps produce our red blood cells. Our red blood cells help to transport oxygen to the cells throughout your body. Iron also plays a key role in immunity, nerve function, as well as your brain function. Some of the foods you can get iron out of are your broccoli, so you can get broccoli. You can eat your broccoli, you get your fatty acids, you get your iron, as well as several of the other vitamins that we spoke about last week. Spinach again, your legumes, your beans, lentils, chickpeas, peas, soybeans. Pumpkin seeds are also good to eat. Those also make a really nice snack. Dark chocolate, quinoa, turkey, fish, your shellfish, red meat. Now I do want to caution you though, if you do eat red meat, you want to eat it in a very limited amount because red meat is very hard on your digestive system. So if you do choose to eat red meat, eat it in moderation and make sure that you choose a lean cut of meat so that it's easier to digest. Also, last week we talked a little bit about making sure that we chew our food properly when we eat. You want to make sure that when you eat, you take time to chew, you chew your food, you set your utensil down in between before you take that next bite. And especially if you're eating beef, because it is hard on your digestive system, make sure not to eat too late at night. Liver and other organ meats are also high in iron. Those are some of the things that you can eat. I do suggest that you go with the vegetables, go with your broccoli, your spinach, your beans, because those are very high in other vitamins. They're also low in fat. So that way you keep a healthy diet. And remember, we talked about keeping half of your plate each time you eat fruits and vegetables. So you want to make sure that you try to get those vitamins and those minerals out of your vegetables as much as possible, not just your meats and your fish. Another thing that you can do, and my husband and I love to do this at night, is drink tea. We like different types of tea. Now, some teas that help you relax at night. Chamomile tea is a very good tea to drink before bed. It helps you relax. It will help you go to sleep. Peppermint tea. Another tea that has anti-inflammatory qualities is echinacea. So if you're not feeling well, let's say you're feeling a little sick, a little congested, echinacea is a good tea to drink at that time. Elderberry, licorice root, ginger, those are all very good teas. Hibiscus has a lot of medicinal qualities in it as well. So teas are very good. If you live here in Lancaster, you can actually, we have a place on the boulevard that I just absolutely love. They have fantastic teas, and if something's bothering you, you can actually go in, you can let them know, I'm dealing with indigestion or I'm dealing with this, and they will give you the right tea. So if you live in the Antelope Valley area, check out the Modern Tea Room on Lancaster Boulevard. Yummy teas, excellent people that work there, and the staff is very friendly and they're there to help you. Another thing that you want to remember is teas are very high in antioxidants. They boost your immune system, they reduce inflammation, and they have antiviral properties, as well as many, many other benefits to keep your body healthy. Another important thing with our immune system is to reduce the stress in our lives. Stress causes our body to produce too much cortisol. Now that's what they call the fight or the flight chemical. When you get scared, it produces cortisol, as well as adrenaline and epinephrine. Now what happens is this puts stress on your heart. It will increase the risk of heart disease, stroke, high blood pressure. Also, stress interferes with your sleep. So if you're having trouble sleeping, you may not think you have stress in your life, but if you go to bed at night with things on your mind and you have trouble sleeping, I suggest that you write it down before you go to bed. Go into your office or go into wherever you write your notes down, jot down what it is on your mind that you have to do the next day, leave it there, and then go to bed. That way, you've put it to sleep so that you can go to sleep. Stress also weakens your immune system. It can cause anxiety, depression, brain fog, and inflammation. And that can also affect your digestive system, which in turn affects your immune system. Now, I want to show you a deep breathing exercise, one way that you can use to reduce stress. Okay, now here's a good exercise you can do. You want to put your hands on your lap, you sit up straight, and you can do this lying down as well, but I like to do it sitting up. And then what you want to do is go ahead and take in a deep breath. You're going to hold it for 5 seconds and then let it out. And you're going to do this several times. And when you're doing it, think of a peaceful place, someplace relaxing. Now, I'm out in my backyard, which is a very peaceful place, but if you don't have the opportunity to step outdoors, someplace quiet to de-stress, just go into a room, sit down for a moment, and take a few deep breaths. If you can only do it for 5 minutes, do it for 5 minutes. If you can do it for 3, however long. But take that time just to sit, take the deep breath in, and let it out, and that will help you to de-stress. Now, another thing that you can do is just a real quick, let's say you're starting to feel yourself stressed, you're at work, and you don't have time to do that, just real quick to your 10 to 12 breaths in, in or out 10 or 15 times. You can repeat that a couple of times. And that will help to calm your body down and help your body to relax. So those are some of the breathing exercises that you can do just to slow yourself down a little bit when you feel that stress coming on, because we can feel our bodies, some of us, our bodies start to warm a little bit, or we feel something in our head as we feel that stress coming on. So we do get a warning sign, and when you feel that coming, take a moment, take a deep breath, and relax. Before we leave today, there's a couple of more things I want to touch upon. Now, I've talked about these before in relationship to blood sugar, probably cholesterol, as well as many other things. Now, these are important for your immune system as well as your overall health. And as I mentioned, you want to be working on your overall health all of the time, not just during a time of a pandemic. So you want to make sure that you get enough sleep. 7 to 9 hours sleep a night is what the Sleep Foundation suggests for the ideal sleep for adults. It's important because it's part of your body's immune system. It's part of the daily function. Sleep helps our brain and other body parts to reset. Our brain cells replenish when we're asleep. So it's important that we get that sleep so our brain can function at its best. Without adequate sleep, the ability to complete complex reasoning lessens and diminishes, and retaining memory is greatly diminished. Lack of sleep impairs your body's ability to produce immune cells. Therefore, it depresses your immune system and it makes you more susceptible to catching a virus, to catching a cold, to getting sick. You want to make sure that you keep that immune system healthy, and sleep is a very important part of it. Exercise. Now, I've talked about exercise, and I know some of us hate that word, and I used to, trust me. I was somebody that hated to exercise. I never went to the gym. It was one of those things where it was like, I didn't want to do it. But I have learned that I needed to change my attitude about that it's not about exercise, it's about taking care of my body. And if you don't like that word exercise, use fun, sweaty activity. I think that's so much better. Fun, sweaty activity, whatever it is you want to do. If you want to jog, if you want to canoe, if you want to dance, if you want to do tennis, you want to swim, whatever it is, find a fun, sweaty activity that you can do for 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's only 150 minutes of moderately intense exercise a week. It can be jogging, swimming, cycling, whatever you want. The other cool thing about it is grab a friend and do it together. Have fun together. Grab a friend. Go to your neighbor. Go to your best friend. Challenge your girlfriend. Hey, let's hang out. Let's go take a walk today. Do something for yourself, and that helps build your immune system. We cannot take care of the important people in our lives, our children, our grandchildren, our parents, our brothers, our sisters, our husbands, our wives, if we do not take care of ourselves first. Invite the people you love to join you for that fun, sweaty activity. And that way, they're increasing their health as well. So it's important that you encourage each other to do that each week. Only 150 minutes, that's 30 minutes a day. Myself, I like doing it early in the morning. I like to get up in the morning. I like to turn my music on. I like to do some aerobics. I like to do some jogging. Sometimes I go out on the treadmill, use my Total Gym. It just really depends upon, and you don't have to have any kind of equipment. All you have to do is get up and move and invite a friend. Remember, all it takes is 30 minutes a day. Find an activity you enjoy, and that will help eliminate the toxins in your body through your sweat and urine. So it's important to sweat. Do that fun, sweaty activity. Eliminate the toxins in your body. They come out through your skin. So remember to eat right, get plenty of fruits and vegetables, get plenty of sleep, reduce the stress in your life, and exercise. Find a fun, sweaty activity that you enjoy. Until next week, don't forget to follow us on Facebook so that you can stay up to date with all of our tips. You also want to make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel, A+ Nutrition for Life, so that you can stay up to date on all of our videos. We have videos on there from our Monday as well as the Wednesday presentation that we do at Prevailing Word Christian Center. So please make sure that you take advantage of the Monday videos as well as the Wednesday videos. Until next time, be good to yourself, stay healthy, and remember to get your steps in daily. Have a good day.